What would you do if you failed? Not just once, but 10 times. How about 100 times? Or even 1,000? It's a daunting thought, isn't it? But what if I told you about a man who failed 10,000 times? That man was Thomas Edison, and because he refused to give up, he didn't just invent a light bulb, he lit up the world. This is the story of how one man's relentless spirit turned staggering failure into pure, undeniable brilliance. Imagine a world without the flick of a switch. It's the 19th century, and life is illuminated by the soft, flickering glow of candles and the smoky haze of oil lamps. Darkness wasn't just the absence of light. It was a constant, limiting presence in everyone's life. But in this dim world, one man, Thomas Edison, had a vision that was brighter than any flame. He dreamed of a safe, reliable, and accessible light powered by electricity, a light that could defy the night and transform society. But when you dream of something that has never been done, people don't always share your vision. In fact, most people thought Edison was completely out of his mind. Newspapers of the day openly mocked him, branding him a foolish dreamer and his ideas as nothing more than fantasy. Potential investors, the very people whose money he needed to fund his experiments, heard his pitch and walked away, shaking their heads. Even his closest friends, who had initially supported him, began to lose faith. They saw the mounting failures, the endless expenses, and the public ridicule, and they urged him to give up, to move on to something more practical. But Edison's belief in his idea was unshakable. He had a fire in him that no amount of doubt or darkness could extinguish. So while the world slept or socialized by candlelight, Edison was in his laboratory. Picture him there, night after night, a solitary figure surrounded by wires, glass, tusa, man enveloped by the very darkness he was determined to conquer. He wasn't just working. He was waging a war against the impossible, fueled by an obsessive quest to capture a single, sustainable spark of light. Every setback, every scoff, only strengthened his resolve. He knew, deep in his bones, that he was on the brink of something monumental. Now let's talk about those 10,000 failures. That number is almost impossible to comprehend. This wasn't just a matter of trying a few different approaches. This was a Herculean effort, a methodical and exhaustive process of elimination, on a scale that most of us can't even imagine. Edison knew the key to a long-lasting electric light was the filament, that tiny strand inside the bulb, that would glow when electricity passed through it. The problem was finding a material that could burn brightly without immediately burning out. So the search began. He tested everything he could get his hands on, logging over 6,000 different types of organic materials alone. He tried filaments made from bamboo from Japan, cotton threads, and various metals. Legend even has it that, in a moment of either desperation or genius, he plucked a hair from a friend's beard to see if it would work. With each attempt, his workshop would witness the same outcome. The bulb would glow for a moment, then fizzle, pop, or even explode into darkness. For most people, a few hundred failures would have been enough to crush their spirit. But Edison's perspective was radically different. He didn't see these moments as failures. Each time a filament burned out, he would reportedly smile and note it down in his journal. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine the mental fortitude required to maintain that attitude. A reporter, undoubtedly bewildered by Edison's seemingly endless optimism, once asked him, "Mr. Edison, don't you feel discouraged after failing 10,000 times?" Edison's reply is one of the most powerful lessons in the history of innovation. He looked at the reporter and said, "No, I haven't failed. I've just discovered 10,000 ways that don't work, and I only need 2. Find one that does." That single sentence captures the essence of his genius. It wasn't just about intellect or scientific knowledge. It was about perspective. He saw each failure not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone, as a necessary piece of information that brought him one step closer to his goal. He was eliminating the impossible to find the possible. And then it happened. On October 22nd, 1879, after years of relentless work and countless disappointments, the moment of triumph arrived. The team had settled on a carbonized bamboo filament. They carefully placed it inside the glass bulb, pumped out the air to create a vacuum, and ran an electric current through it. The bulb began to glow, and it stayed glowing for 1 hour, then 2, in 13 and a half hours. It worked. That small, steady spark in a laboratory in Menlo Park. New Jersey wasn't just a successful experiment, it was the dawn of a new age. That tiny light didn't just brighten a room, it illuminated the future of humanity, paved the way for modern cities, 24-hour industries, and a connected world. Edison's light proved something fundamental. Greatness isn't born from perfection or immediate success. Greatness begins the moment you refuse to quit. So, what does this story from over a century ago mean for you right now? Maybe you're facing your own set of failures. Perhaps you feel lost, broken, or just exhausted from trying and not succeeding. Maybe it's a project, a career goal, a relationship, or a personal challenge that seems impossible. You've tried 10 times, 100 times, and you're ready to give up. Before you do, I want you to remember Thomas Edison. Remember the man who faced 10,000 failures, not with despair, but with curiosity. Remember that every single one of those failed attempts was a crucial part of the process that ultimately led to a success that changed the world. Your failures do not define you. They are not a verdict on your worth or your potential. Your persistence, however, does. Courage to get up and try one more time, that is what defines you. As Edison's story shows us, glory doesn't belong to those who never stumble or fall. It belongs to those who get back up, dust themselves off, and say, I've just found another way that won't work. Now let's find the one that will. Never, ever give up. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel for more stories of persistence and human achievement. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Till next time, keep chasing your light.